The other day, I was driving down the road, minding my own business, trying to get to work, on a freeway, and all of a sudden, the second car in front of me slammed on his brakes to avoid something. Well, it then appears that the car behind him slammed on his brakes, but he was going too fast and driving too close, and he hit him. That scared me, and I slammed on my brakes. I stopped in time, but everything in the back of my pickup is now in the front of my pickup where I can't reach it. So instead of getting mad, I thought I'd take some action. Because there are dangerous drivers out there. So I'm going to help you. I'm going to teach you how to drive your car. Now, we can do this in 10 very simple rules, and they'll be easy to remember, and once you memorize these 10 rules, you will be a great driver, and you will have graduated from the Troglodyte driving school. So let's get started. Rule number 1. Before you leave your home, ladies, do your hair, do your makeup, put on your lipstick before you ever get in your car. You see, you need to use the mirror in the bathroom to put on your makeup, to comb your hair, to do your lipstick. That's what that one's made for. Now, when you get in your car, the rear view mirror on your car is just that, a rear view mirror. It helps you look out the back of your car. Your bathroom mirror won't do that. So it stands to reason you don't go to the bathroom in your car. Well, some people may as they get a little older, but that's a problem for Dr. Troglodyte, and he'll do a video on that shortly. So that's for the ladies. Now for you men, you're not to be left out. You need to shave, and you need to pick all your zits and do everything you need to do in front of the mirror in the bathroom, not in the rear view mirror in your car. Remember, the rear view mirror in your car is for looking out the back of your car. Now, everybody should have that down, so let's move on to rule number 2. Cell phones. Don't talk on your cell phone while you're driving. Leave it in your pocket, leave it in your purse, get a Bluetooth. Don't text and don't talk on your phone. It makes you look stupid when you're riding down the road. You're driving down the road with a cell phone stuck in your ear. And people really don't want to see you crying because your boyfriend is dating some other dog, or your girlfriend is seeing some other loser. So leave your cell phones at home, and remember, driving takes 2 hands and a brain. Now, for rule number 3. Rule number 3, again, is a very simple rule. Drive the speed limit and stay out of the left lane. That lane's for people who have already been to the Troglodyte school of driving. So stay out of that lane. If you're going to drive a little slower, use the right-hand lane. Don't use the middle lane, and don't use the left lane. Remember, that's for people who've graduated from the Troglodyte school of driving. You still have something to prove. So that's a very simple rule. Now, rule number 4, use your turn signal. This is a tough one, and people should know this. That little stick, it's behind your steering wheel, and it's on the left-hand side of your column. Okay? And if you push that stick down, that makes the lights on the front and the back on the left side of your car go blink, and people know you're going to take some kind of action toward the left. You're either going to turn or you're going to change lanes. Now, if you push that stick up. Then that's going to cause the blinkers on the right hand side of your car to blink off and on. That tells the drivers in front and behind you that you're going to make some other motion toward the right of your car. Now you need to use that if you're going to change lanes, either left or right. And you need to give them at least 4 or 5 blinks before you start changing lanes. See, the turn signal is to signal your intention, not what you just did. You don't want to signal what made the driver behind you very, very angry. So use your turn signals in a proper manner, and you will be a great driver. Now, what started all this was somebody violated my rule number 5. Maintain a safe following distance behind the car in front of you. That is 1 car length for every 10 to 15 miles an hour. This gives you time to stop your car so you don't break the car in front of you and make the driver very, very angry. So that'll help you. Always remember, stay a little bit behind. You're not in that big a hurry, and you'll be a great driver. Now, rule number 6. This is very, very important to any driver. It doesn't make any difference what kind of car you're driving. You need to keep your nose pointed toward the road in front of you. And you see, you do that because your eyes are on either side of your nose. So if your nose is pointed that way, you'll be able to see where you're going, and you'll be able to make decisions a lot faster, because nobody can make good decisions with their nose pointed over there, because if the car in front of you stops, you're not going to see it, and then you're going to hit him, and then he's going to get very, very angry, and the guy behind you is probably going to be driving a pickup truck, and all of his shit's going to be in the front of the pickup truck where he can't reach it, and that's going to make him very, very angry. So remember that. Keep the drivers around you happy. Now, rule number 7. Again, this is very important to you. If you see white stuff on the street, it's not Crisco, but it acts like it. It's called snow. Your car will slide on snow. It will slide off the road. It will slide into the car in front of you. It'll slide all kinds of places. You can't drive fast on snow or Crisco. When your streets are wet, it takes longer to stop, so you need to slow down. And again, especially on slippery streets, remember rule number 6. Keep your nose pointed down the road. Now, rule number 8. When you see a nice police car on the side of the road, move over, give him a lane. Give him a lane so he can do whatever he's going to do. You don't want to pull over next to him, and you don't want to stare, because that makes you move your car when your nose is not pointed right straight down the road. And if you get too close, the policeman's probably going to chase you down. He's going to give you a whole handful of tickets and throw your dumbass in a jailhouse for dusting his britches with your fender. So give him a little bit of time. And remember rule number 6, nose to the front. Now, if the police car is behind you, you slow down and you move over to the side of the road. And slow down. And if he stays behind you, you might want to stop and see what the nice policeman has to say. And I'll probably bet you he wants to talk about one of the above rules. So you need to pay attention to all these rules. Especially rule number 6. Keep your nose pointed down the road. So all of my shit ain't in front of my truck, and I won't get mad. Now, rule number 10 is the last rule, and again a very important rule. Be courteous. Be patient and be friendly. And when you wave, use all of your fingers, not just one or two. Use all of your fingers and smile. If you follow these rules, these very, very simple rules, you'll be a great driver. And if you ever do get stopped by the nice policeman, you can tell him that you have been to the Troglodyte School of Driving. With this in mind, I'm going to close the lesson for the day, and good luck on the road.